Alright guys, so it's about 7 a.m. and it is pouring down rain outside, as you can see. I have 3 apps on, so I have Instacart, DoorDash, and Uber Eats going. I also signed up for Spark Delivery the other day as I was watching other YouTubers. I seen that Walmart has its own delivery, and I didn't know that. We actually have one Walmart probably about 15-20 minutes from here, so it wouldn't be too bad if I did get a couple Walmart orders. I could just jet over there really quick, get them done, come back home, and finish door dashing. I would say there's pretty much a busy time for each app, and they're mostly different. Out here, Uber Eats is not really that big, so DoorDash is definitely the main one. But then Instacart is like, you can get a couple done in the morning when it's not really busy with DoorDash, and vice versa. So those kind of play together really well, at least where I live. Depending on where you live and how many big food chains you guys have, how many places you actually have on DoorDash. We, in my whole entire town, I think have probably a dozen places on DoorDash, and I know if you go to bigger cities, Portland, Chicago, obviously those bigger cities are gonna have way more places. Like, you'll probably have a dozen places within 5 miles to you. Those would definitely be the ideal places. If you do have a bigger city close to you, 20-30 minutes away, it might actually be worth it to drive that 20-30 minutes, because not only is that a tax write-off for your mileage and your gas that you use to get there, but like, it'll in turn make that whole trip worth it, trust me. I was talking to my husband the other day, and I was like, we might get like 4 deliveries in an hour, right, on a good day, 5 if we're lucky. And in Portland, people are like, yeah, I could do the same 4 or 5 deliveries, but I'm making twice as much money as you. And it's like, what? They actually do pay a little bit more in the cities. So I personally have taken my dad to the hospital, VA hospital. He had an appointment there, and it was about an hour and 20-minute drive, and I was like, you know what, this is gonna be like 2 hours. I'm just gonna go DoorDash and see what they have to offer out here. So I actually went ahead and I turned on all my apps out there, and they were blowing up like crazy. I actually had to shut 2 of them off. Compared to the little city that I live in, and not hearing that ding for like 5 minutes, it was insane to hear that ding off like 3 different apps, like 10 times. Ding, 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 ding. And I was like, I don't even know which way to go, what to do. So if you do live in a bigger city, it's definitely going to take a couple days, couple weeks to kind of get the movement down, and really how fast you have to be at everything, and learn where you need to be when and how long. And once you have that down, you can absolutely start doing multiple apps at a time. And that helps. When you do multiple apps at a time, you want to have your main app. So like, my main app is DoorDash, and that's where I make most of my money. But like right now, there is kind of a break. So instead of sitting in my car for the next 30 to 40 minutes, I am going to go do a grocery delivery, right? So in that, 15-20 minutes, let's just say 40 minutes is like worst case scenario, probably the longest like morning break I've ever had. I could do 2 deliveries in that, and 2 deliveries for groceries. I mean, if it's just a quick pickup and go, usually those are like $8 to $15. And then if it's an actual shop and go order, so a shop and go order on Instacart is where you actually shop for the customer and then go drop it off. Those orders, yes, it does seem intimidating when you see like 15 items, 30 units, things like that. But the 30 units is how many like physical items there is. So if they want milk, but they want 4 things of milk, or they want apples, but they want 10 apples, that's the unit amount. Okay. So also with DoorDash, it'll say that you're picking up a quick grocery order, right? You just park, they put it in your car. It says 10 items. Let me tell you that 10 items on that thing is a trunk full, okay? maybe even more. 10 items is technically supposed to be 10 bags, but if you're like my Safeway does not charge you for all of your bags because they're so nice. That also means that 10 items could possibly, and most likely in my case, mean 30 items. So it could mean 10 bags, it could mean 10 cases of water. In my case, sometimes it's 10 cases of water plus 10 bags. So be prepared. And a lot of the times you can actually see what the physical items are. So if there's a lot of fruit, that's all in one bag. If there's, 10 gallons of milk, you're going to have to make a few trips, or you want a laundry basket to put all that in so you can just carry the laundry basket to the customer's house, take everything out at the porch. It's a lot easier. And yeah, so that's some of the tips and tricks and what's going on this morning. If you guys have any questions, drop them down in the comments. And if you like the videos, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.